I'm MC, that's Daddy, and this is Adida.
Hey Zoddies. All right, so we're episode 62. Had a little bit of a delay for this episode because of that stupid, crazy ice storm. There was thunder too. The Banshees were calling. So that day we went to Vanillas. We still had pizza, but we reviewed them, and I think it was like episode 8. So go back and check out that review if you want. There's a ton of reviews, duh. Anyway, so another thing, we wanted to go to Macri's Trattoria, which is at Macri's Bakery downtown with Carmela's and all that, but they've got the open market area. So you do pasta, paninis, they got that all their confections and stuff, just a row of different desserts. We did the cannolis, duh. But been there since 1978, and they've got this super awesome, some might say badass, oven that has the rotating stone. Big one. It's got fire. Fire. Obviously, it has fire. It's not coal-fired. It's actually gas-fired, so a little bit less cleanup. But probably, I would say, runs at a slightly lower temperature than the coal-fired. Just coal, wood fire can get up to usually between 1050 and I think it can go up to 1200 depending on how much heat they're generating and how big the opening is. This one, I would say probably, if I was guessing, probably about 850, 900, something like that. So you still get a good char on it. So this is actually, after the reheat, nice looking pieces. Got some good char on the bottom from the actual oven itself. Obviously sausage, mushroom, garlic. But they're only open until 6. So great place for lunch. Or as soon as you get out of work, just go zoom in and grab it. But not gonna lie, didn't know what to expect. Didn't know how it was gonna be. Didn't know if it was gonna be like super Napolitano, like big ass bread bowl and like, you know, the huge crust on the edge, which is, I don't know, some people enjoy that, but it makes it almost like partially inedible because it's like, okay, you get some toppings on a piece of bread and it's like, okay, great. This, as you saw, very nice crust. Not overly crazy, freaking blowing up with air and everything else. What did you think about it there?
I loved their sausage. I loved their mushrooms. Their cheese is very stretchy.
It was melty, very melty, yes.
And I rated it a 5.
She gave it a 5. So did I. Usually, we kind of stick to I-80 thin crust as the ones that we really hammer home as our favorite type of crust. But this crust was really good. It had a little bit of crunch to it. It still had a little chew to it. It really was the right type of crust. Their crust is on point. You know what else is on point? Live studio audience, Emmy.
My studio audience.
And right there, you see Chelsea Cheetah rocking that IU hat. Holla. And they won. Oh. There we go. Sorry. Oh. Yes, they won. So we had to do the Zadida yesterday. Did it in the afternoon. She was hanging out with Mimi. We came back this way. Had a bunch of stuff going on. So this is Zadida at night. So we just watched the IU game. We had to wait for the IU game to get over, and then she needed to clean that body off.
I did take a shower. I was not stinky. Oh, you are.
You're stinky.
You're
all right.
Stinky.
Let's go ahead and have a slice here, kid. All right. So we had a couple slices there before we went to Mimi's yesterday. You had to have it fresh. I was super impressed. Their sauce, that was a little bit of tang to it. Wasn't too...
I have to eat on my right side.
What?
I said I have to eat on my right side.
She has a tooth that's about to come out. So
I have to eat on... My wiggly tooth is on the right side, but my tooth right here hurts. So I can't.
Oh, that might be another one coming out. So... Tooth Fairy is going to be visiting her very soon. Isn't that right? We'll see. But good cheese composition. Crust has a good char for the Napolitano style. But it's almost not quite Napolitano because the oven temperature almost Roman. It's like a blend in between. It's really nice. So we'll definitely be grabbing some of these when we're out and about in South Bend.
And my dad also did a braid in my hair.
I did braid her hair. I'm gonna flip it around and show them so they see Just how good. Flip around and show them. Flip around. Yeah. That's right. I know how to do braids and stuff. Dad of the year. Dad of the decade. But still got good chew. Didn't drop like the reheat, as always. Just right, wasn't it? Sometimes we do the reheat. The reheat makes the pizza taste better. This is still fantastic. But it was this crust was so perfect coming out of the oven out there. It's almost hard to beat that. Once I get my pizza oven, we'll be doing some of this style pretty frequently, you know. Pretty quiet there. I'm just enjoying it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just listening to you.
Okay. Yeah, so should be here in about hopefully within this next 2 months, like by the beginning of May, we should have that pizza oven, and then we'll be doing all kinds of fun stuff.
I got my nails painted.
Our nails are painted. See, we're killing the game. That was, of course, Bianca's help. So, shout out. She's one of the executive producers today. She's staring at us right now. Luckily, Lemon Winks doesn't get stage fright because I thought she'd be getting all yippy, like stuttering and freaking out. Oh. But that's why we always have the live studio audience, just in case, so she wouldn't get performance anxiety. Oh, you guys heard the crunch. That's pretty nice. The reheat, on point. Get to that edge and give that a try. There you go. Oh yeah. All right. So now you're going all the way into it. What do you think?
Like, what do I rate it?
Mm-hmm.
I would give it a 5.
Doing it a 5 again?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say the crust is still perfect. The reheat, my reheat parameters still hold true. It's pretty nice. And that's what I bring the pizza science in with it. But I love a nice little bit of char on there. Maillard reaction. Mm-hmm. Not to the point of the New Haven style. That's too much. They need to chill out. But I'm not gonna lie. That pizza was very pleasurable. I'm like sitting here as we sit in our Italian alley where we do have the live studio. Obviously, you see back there.
Just imagine if I took a really big bite of this crust and my tooth just fell out.
It'd be a Zadida exclusive, never be foreseen content. Tooth falls out during pizza eating. That's like pay-per-view. You guys gotta send me $5. You didn't follow, did it? Save your $5 for next time. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5 again too. And you are just crumbing it up. I'm gonna clean these crumbs onto the plate. All right, 5s across the board. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that dough surprised me. I was kind of skeptical of how the dough was gonna be. I'm a believer, and we will definitely be back picking up some za here and there, and obviously we're gonna be there for desserts because she's a child. Okay, let me wings once. Oh, you don't? Okay. Showing off our spare piece. 5s across the board. I've got to get some dough prepped. Rachel said, I promised you a pizza. We're gonna make you a pizza. We'll do half of it the traditional Zadida way. The crust is gonna be my traditional, my I-80 thin, the standard bearer for best crust ever. And then the other half is going to be a surprise. I don't know. It's gonna be something crazy. We'll see what happens. Ooh, got another idea for it too. It's gonna be badass. Anyway, 5s across the board. Super impressed. Next episode is gonna be after St. Patty's Day, so be on the lookouts for little leprechaun running around. Hit me with the old shillelagh. Okay. Alrighty, we're out of here.
Peace.
Peace, Zaddies, and Erin Go Bra.